Hey everybody, welcome to the channel Game On, where we just keep gaming on. I'm Lucky. We've got a serious topic for you today. We're going to go over some of the Dr. Disrespect news, what we know about it, what we think is going to happen, and where we're at with the whole situation. Let's begin with Doc first receiving news on his stream 4 days ago, stream of Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. Let's get right into it and watch his initial reaction to receiving the news on stream. I'll break it down a little bit for you guys as well here. Get my cell phone out of the way.
I'm gonna eat my cupcake and I'm gonna celebrate. Nothing you're gonna do about it.
Not too concerned at this moment. He's eating a little bit of food, right? His stomach's not tight in knots yet. If you can eat food, you're not that upset about anything.
Go to the other dragons. Doc, you got something? What do I have?
See, he looked over there to wipe his face.
Go to blue area crater, Doc.
And he took a second to look over there at something. But I don't think there was anything there yet. There, right there.
All right.
Did you see it? Let's rewind it for just a second here. Right there. You see that? He looked over real quick at it. Now he's going to run in a circle while he thinks about something. That's what I do when I think about something. Run in a circle. So he saw that message, registered on, there's something there he's got to look at. Let's watch his reaction when he looks at the message. Nervous right now. Can't think clearly.
Did we ever go to this little blue area? I know we can go back and fight. What else is there to do here? Nothing else to do. What about quest lines? I know, but you know how we run things here.
There he goes. He's looking at it right now. Pretty quick read, honestly. Reading. Now he's done reading. Puts it down. He's shocked. If you can be shocked at something that you knew was coming. But really, in his mind, I don't think this moment would ever arrive to him. That the reason that got him banned from Twitch 4 years ago would actually materialize and become his reality. Which is what that text message just did. Swallows. Stiff, super tense, doesn't know what to do. Puts the phone back down or whatever came through with the message. Trying to get back to the stream now and focus. But he knows it's over. The craziest part to me, just to stop everything real quick, was the difference between his demeanor before that message and after. His demeanor before is he really believed, I think, that he was going to get away and nothing was going to happen. And now he realizes that something is going to happen. The end of his career. He's reading the message again in disbelief. Swallowing hard. There he goes. Now he's got to admit it. He's got to start admitting it to himself that it's over. Which is hard to do when you've done it to yourself. Now, we'll skip ahead just a little bit after this initial talk.
Waves, mana. Welcome back. Welcome to the channel. I'm feeling a little fatigued.
Somebody in chat just asked him how he's feeling because they noticed it too. People that are in his chat a lot, I'm sure they really noticed right away when that happened. He's responding to that.
When shit like this happens over the weekend, and it just kind of... It's like, how many times can I... I don't... Like I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champs. I just,
When you're having success and not making mistakes, you don't get that tired or that burned out. It feels really good pretty much all the time. It's when you start screwing stuff up and making things hard for yourself that you don't want to do it anymore. Not to say that being successful or great at anything isn't hard. Being great at anything is difficult. Even being a great streamer is difficult. But the reward you get from it and the enjoyment you get from it is well worth it until you start making things hard on yourself by making stupid decisions like he did.
I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right? Go live in Costa Rica or something.
This is him separating right now. Him coming to the realization that it's over, that this is probably the last stream he's ever going to do as Dr. Disrespect, that from now on he'll always be known as Herschel Guy Bream, which is his name, and I doubt anybody will ever see the glasses and wigs and headset again. And he knows it.
I don't know.
Skip ahead a little bit here towards the end. He goes on about 10 minutes like this, guys.
Get the break. Respect it, Doc. Okay, appreciate gaming skill set is just with when did we start streaming, champs? 2015, 16. Been doing.
When the end is near and right in front of you, you think about the beginning, the path you've taken, how you did it, where you've come from, where you're going. He sees no more to this road. And this is that moment, like at the end of your life, where it all flashes in little bits and pieces as you die. Dr. Disrespect is dying right before our eyes.
Doing this since 2009.
Hemorrhaging his last breaths here. At least in front of his streamers.
Back then, having a good time.
Or in front of his community.
Playing the games that were fun to interact with and create content with, and over the years it's just gotten, I don't know, like it's been drained out of me. It's been drained out of me
by his own poor decisions and shitty actions.
It's being drained out of my family and I. And I just feel like I had the mindset of let's just see what happens today. How we feeling? And I'll tell you, I just, I don't know. I'm just feeling burnt out.
Defeated.
Maybe it's time to start something new.
Defeated because he lost. So this was 4 days ago this came out. Let's skip towards the end a little bit here.
Gaming skill set is just incredible, and you look like this.
I want to watch those words die in his mouth one more time.
We'll see.
Trying to get a little bit of his doctor attitude back, but it's just not there anymore.
I do appreciate you guys, champs. Right? And look out for the socials. I'll keep you updated when we'll be back. But I definitely need to take a break from everything, A podcast, start a podcast. I think what I'm most interested in, and believe it or not, champs, because obviously when you're a top tier gamer like me, when you're gaming
listen to that die in his mouth.
Is just incredible, and
his own embarrassment.
You look like this. Why wouldn't you want to be in front of the camera all the time? But I'm kind of...
See, what he knows is the people in his life that know him and know the troubles he's in know that that's the exact attitude that got him there in the first place. And that's exactly what needs to change. And when he says stuff like that on stream there and then pauses, biting his tongue and lip, he knows that's exactly what they're thinking. You can hide and lie to everybody, but you can't hide and lie to yourself.
I'm exhausted in being in front of the camera. I'm exhausted being on socials. I appreciate that. It's getting old, you're not alone. That's not very nice. You don't like me? It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Oof, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs.
It is time to say goodbye to the doc.
I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the commitments, the recommitments. Please do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you soon. Yeah.
10 minutes of straight regret and agony right there. Holy cow. That was a man dying inside piece by piece right there, the shitty decisions he's made. And what decisions are we talking about? Well, the allegations that got him banned from Twitch 4 years ago, which are, in his own words, he admits right here. Now, somebody that worked at Twitch came out and stated that he had gotten banned by attempting to sext a minor. This is his response to that. The Twitch ban. Hello, I'd make a quick statement. Let's cut the blank blank. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Game Society Studios, because he knows he made a mistake that will haunt him forever. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday and what Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Not true. I'm pretty sure Midnight Society got legal information through a outside source and their own investigation that made them come to the conclusion they needed to part ways with the doc. If it was positive information, if it was good information, I think they would have stood up for him and stood behind him. Because it was negative information, it wouldn't have made them look good, therefore they had to part ways with him. That speaks volumes in and of itself. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. The court had a gag order on everybody. Now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, because the gag order's gone now, I can now tell my side of the story regarding the ban. The reason he didn't say anything first is because he was hoping nobody else would say anything. Were the Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Now, you guys don't need to watch anything else in this video. Don't need to listen to anything else I have to say. All I want you to do is read this with me one more time and listen to what I have to say about this right here. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Holy shit. I can't believe he would fucking come out and say that, and say it the way that he said it. This shows how egotistical and deluded he really is. And I was never an anti-fan of his, and I was never a fan of his. But I really don't like this guy now. The fact that he would use the twist whisper message system blows my mind. With an individual minor. This part right here is the worst part, because it shows me that he knew they were a minor. I could almost see it where somebody lies to you about their age and you believe them, and maybe they look older and you can't verify it. But in that situation, you should just not go forward with anything and play it safe, correct? This tells me that he did know it was a minor, and he still continued with it. The answer is yes. By his own volition, the doc is absolutely guilty. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lead too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute. The Twitch in that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me. No criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. Should never have happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Dude, this was beyond stupid. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on these things with those types of people. There's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I think there's a slight truth to this, that as soon as people find out you did something wrong, they take it all the way to the end of the spectrum, that you're the worst of the worst. However, there's not much of a spectrum with this stuff when you're dealing with minors. It's pretty much a zero tolerance policy. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry, friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said it this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all the years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you've always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made those mistakes all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulder. The fact that he had a vacation planned for right around this time when it was going to be legally settled lets you know that he was somewhat expecting this to go poorly. And this is going to be the end of the doc. Whatever he says. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. This is the most egotistical thing he says in this whole deal. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. Most of the time, people don't really give that much of a shit about you, no matter how famous you are. This is mostly in his own head, which is why he acts the way he acts and does the things he does for attention. Now, let's go to his friend's reaction, Tim the Tatman, but first we'll watch a little bit of what Ninja has to say on
I just want
this.
to touch on some things lately, guys. Obviously, there's been a lot of drama that's been going on.
Now, Ninja has been a Twitch streamer for a long time. I know that he knows people in the Twitch community, higher ups, and I'm sure that he's known about this situation since 2020, and he's finally getting a chance to talk about it. Look in his eyes right now. He's known this the whole time. He's trying to figure out how much to tell his community, because he doesn't really want to talk about this because he's a good guy. But like me, he wants the views, and he wants the attention and the community involvement on his channel. So this being the hot topic of the moment, you kind of got to touch on it. So here he goes. Been dreading this moment for a while.
Not involving me, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Can't even sit still, he's so uncomfortable.
Two things to say, and then we're just going to move on and keep playing Fortnite. All right, number one, anything involving a minor.
I have that same exact keyboard.
No matter what it is, is not okay. It's messed up, and it's illegal, and it's pretty simple. So especially if you, all right, I'm not going to get too much into detail about that, but
see, he knows.
It's
he knows
a
how
no-brainer.
all
right?
went down.
That's number one. But and number two, with the whole doc situation and just what's been released these last 2 days, like, here's what I'll point out for now, and that is, if you guys don't know, Midnight Society, which is the game that Doc helped build, right, and create, and he was a part of the company, did their own investigative research behind the scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And found enough evidence to let him go. If that's not enough, right, evidence or enough to, like, they found something, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, now let's, like, I've seen a bunch of clips out there. I've seen a bunch of stuff from XQC, like you said. Apparently, there's more stuff coming out. So
that's really important there, because XQC has one of the biggest contracts on Twitch. So I believe that they kind of use him as somewhat of a mouthpiece, and they feed him information they want the public to know at certain times. So I believe he's a good conduit to get information, but you just got to be wary of it and kind of interpret it your own way.
Until then, it's only been 2 days into the situation, so let's just wait until we see more. But, like, that's all I have to say. Yeah, saying I didn't do anything illegal or, like, there was no wrongdoing. I mean, a lawsuit at the end of the day, not a lawsuit, but a settlement, right? Because there's talks about a settlement. A settlement, no matter what it looks like publicly, it usually means someone did something, right? Or there was some truth to enough truth, right? You settle to cover things up. You settle to not let things get out there.
Right, you admit a small part of something so as not to take the big hit on something else.
Look stuff up, and let's just keep on waiting for some more stuff. More evidence moving on in the future. But done with the drama. I didn't even want to talk about this because I hate stuff like this. But, you know, it's being in...
Yeah, he knows Dr. Disrespect behind the scenes, right? They've seen each other how many times over countless Twitch cons and everything like that. He didn't want to see this go down, but he knows the truth of it, knows he had to state his side of it, what he thought about it, or he was going to be lumped in as a Dr. Disrespect supporter, which he knows would be a bad thing because he knows the trouble Doc's in. Let's go ahead and move on to Tim the Tatman. Good friend of Doc's, streamed with him for a long time.
This is absolutely insane, bro. Everything I'm seeing.
Honestly, not that much surprise. He also knew behind the scenes what was going on. what was at stake, what might happen. Maybe not to the severe degree that the doc knew or the people that were intimately involved in the situation knew, but I'm sure that he knew something because of the lack of surprise on his face.
I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years, and seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there. I think for me, I know a lot of you are asking, Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? My bottom line, I think, is if what he is saying, where he said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on in
That right there where you couldn't even say it. Let's go back and look at his eyes flutter as he tries to tell this half
a
lie.
minor, and it would sometimes lead to.
Look at him, he couldn't even look and open his eyes when he said, sometimes lead to. Yeah. Doc knew what he was doing, for sure.
Teeter on inappropriate.
And he knew that, and that's why he's so uncomfortable now. He knew that that whole thing went down, and those years he still supported the doc.
If he knew that was a minor, and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that. I can't. I appreciate y'all. This is beat me up, but this is unfortunate to say the least. This is awful. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love you give, and I'll see y'all soon, man.
Don't know who that guy is. Not really that interested in his opinion. You could see real emotion there. And the fact that Tim knew the whole time what was going on, which I'm sure he did, at least to some small degree, enough to not be surprised by the allegations, really is sad. Because they still supported the doc through the whole thing. My opinion on this situation, and my opinion on the doc, is how could somebody with so much throw it away for nothing? He was one of the biggest streamers on every platform. And because of his poor decisions, he's lost almost everything and will continue to lose more. And we will see the doc hit rock bottom. We will never see the spectacles, the headset, and the wig again. I promise you that. We'll never see the persona again. That guy has died right now. Now, it's not just because of this thing with the minor, it's also because of other things like cheating on his wife with 4 different women, dating back all the way to 2016. So, in my opinion, the doc deserves to be thought of poorly, at the very least, a borderline psycho with pedophiliac tendencies. Because if you look at the girls that he's cheated with, they're all younger women too. Like, look at this girl. Serial cheater and egomaniac, the doc has hit rock bottom and will not rise again. There will be more fallout to come, I assure you. The thing the doc has going for him is nothing at all. He's dead. The one thing that Herschel Bream has going for him is that there's nowhere to go from here but up. The best thing for him to do is to admit everything, take his lumps, learn to live with the stain on his honor that he's created himself. Because people will forever, ever judge you by something like this. Just a sad situation. I feel bad for his family and everybody around him that really counted on him. And at the end of the day, I have no pity on him at all. He made his own decisions, made his own bed, and he needs to lie in it. And judging by his personality and the way he was acting in the last stream, we'll see what happens the next couple of days, but it doesn't sound like it's really hit him yet. I'm lucky the channel's game on. We just keep gaming on. Don't really like getting into stuff like this. Felt it was really important to cover this topic. Wanted to get the community involvement. Wanted to get the views on it. I really appreciate it if you guys liked and subscribed. We'll have more stuff coming out like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.